Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. This is going to be interesting today. I get many rude remarks, insults, death threats. I have ever since I survived a premeditated murder attempt. Ever since they cut my phone lines and shot me by surprise. This one today surprised me, though, because it come from a business in Midland, from a business named Midland Bjj. I have no idea who it is or what their connection is to the crimes and murders there, but it seems clear they have one. I just took screenshots of a rude comment from a self-defense business here in Midland. I don't know who the person was that made this comment because they're hiding their real name. They used a business name and didn't put their real name out there. As you can see, and I'm going to show you a screenshot in a minute, they said, "Flat Earth is real too." I took this as a smart-ass remark and rude comment to try and cover up the crimes and murders connected with the underground homes here. But just in case I explain, they are welcome to believe what they want. However, I don't believe in the flat earth theory, just in case that's what they're saying, because that's what it sounds like. I went on to state that the facts and evidence showing that underground homes are here, the homes are here. There are now multiple people documented saying they're here, which includes a recent candidate for Midland Sheriff that are secretly recorded during the election. And there's supporting evidence found on old Google Maps, okay? A 2-year-old could figure this out. You really have to be a dumbass, that's all there is to it. And the obvious question for somebody that attacks an innocent crime victim in the public is, what do you know about the 4 murder deaths that Aaron Peckover said happened at my home? He was a local business guy, asked me about the 4 asked me if I knew the names of the 4 murder deaths that happened at my house, and or the pedophile party said to be going on underground here. There must be a reason why they would attack me, right? It's a low-life thing to do. That's all there is to it. It's as low-life as you can get. I then wrote Amanda, it was on her post, Amanda Chancey, and asked if she allows trolls like this on her Facebook page, because it was one of her friends that attacked me, this business ID. Here's the video that I posted here, and let me show you.
Talking about.
Right, the pedophile parties.
Yes.
And then and see, a couple of weeks, you probably read all this before, but a couple of weeks after I got out of the hospital, that ex-wife comes by my home and she says, "You don't know how many lives you ruined with your idiocy." And of course, my idiocy was staying home and minding my own business. I'm shot inside my home. And but what she was saying was a lot of people were here, and they're going to have their lives ruined. And
do you know about how many feet that gun pushed through? That ground it was, because he said that these houses are 25 feet under, at least 25. Exactly.
Okay, there's another detail, the depth of the homes. And actually, I'm listing details here in a minute. Anyway, I took screenshots and blocked this person, this rude person. Why would a business want to attack an innocent crime victim in the public? Do they not know that multiple people are documented saying that tunnels and underground homes are here, or there's supporting evidence found on old Google Maps? How can anybody be that stupid, right? I mean, how can you just be that stupid? It's really criminal is what it is, Here was up top about, this was on Amanda's page here. She posted about forgiveness, and what I did was post that there's a difference in revenge and justice. That was my point on her page, as she was talking about revenge. Oh, you don't get revenge, and so I wanted to make it clear that when you report people like Charles Manson breaking in home, murdering people, that's called justice. We expect the law to arrest them, throw them in jail. They're a danger to all people. You know what I mean? That's not revenge. That's justice. So that's why I don't break in their homes and shoot them, because that would be revenge. Justice is calling for police to arrest these criminals that broke into my home. And then I get this rude comment from Midland Bjj, and I clicked on it, and it was a business, and said, "Flat Earth is real too." And so, I wrote back trying to be as nice as I could. I said, "This sounds like a smart remark and insult to cover up the crimes and murders connected with my home. But if not, then I would say that you're welcome to your own beliefs about flat earth. I don't believe that myself. What are you hiding behind? Why are you hiding behind a business name? And why are you hiding behind the business name?" I said it twice. "What is your real name?" Let's don't forget that the evidence is clear about the underground homes, since multiple people are documented saying they're here, including a recent candidate for Midland Sheriff, and supporting evidence was found on old Google Maps. Midland Bjj, I called them by name. Do you know something about the 4 deaths that were said to have happened at my house by local businessman Aaron Packelhofer, or the pedophile party said they've been going on here on this recorded phone call? I put it in there. I'll let you listen to it. And then I wrote Amanda. I said, this troll was attacking me, so I defended myself. Is that allowed on your Facebook page? This is a troll. She should ought to block the guy, you know. And here I put a screenshot in there. I'll show you in a minute. It was on the guy asking me right here. Local businessman Aaron Packelhofer asked me if I knew the names of the 4 people that died at my house. Right there. Can I ask? There were 4 people died in your house. What are their names? Well, Aaron knows. I wonder if Midland Bjj knows, you know. I went on, I say several people who grew up in Midland told me they heard about these underground homes for many years, except they called them bunkers. I was given many specific details as how many homes there are, how many rooms each home has, what the name of the project was, who they were put in for, when they were completed, and the cost of the budget on permit. I was also told what the minimum depth was on that phone call. Old Google Maps showed a large building in my backyard on the map screen that couldn't be seen on the satellite screen, so that's obviously one of the 4 underground homes. I have a good guess where 2 others are located. You have to either be really stupid or really criminal to try and claim these homes are not here. And I put a proof of underground homes and tunnels. It has the recordings and all that. And then I put this screenshot, and I said that there's an embarrassing amount of proof found showing that underground homes are here. How can this be allowed? Who is so stupid they can't figure this out? Speak up if you are. If you're so stupid you can't figure this out. You know, in front of the Home Depot store, I believe they're parking. They're using this tunnel right here. You could see on old Google Earth maps right here. Coming to my house in my backyard was one of the underground homes. That's where they're having the parties. That's where that young girl was murdered that Angie told me about in 2010, the week of the 2010 oil show parties. The last homeowner was killed the week before the oil show party started in his backyard. And here's the Google Maps showing that if you went into my, into Google Maps, put in my address, you would see a large building on the backyard on the map screen, but you wouldn't see it above ground. That's underground. I told the city of Midland about it, and it got deleted. And I believe, obviously, to cover up the capital murders at my house, you know. And then all these people documented saying that underground homes and tunnels are here. Rhonda Denman Rogers said one's a half block away. There's the phone call with, that was part of what we listened to. She said the pedophile parties were going on here. Ricky Ronaldo said that he used to live here and go in the tunnels in my house. Layla said she worked on this project. It was put in for George Bush, etc. Okay. Here, I screenshot and block anybody that posts rude or insulting comments to me. The facts are clear that I'm the crippled victim of a home invasion and premeditated capital attempted murder, and based on other people's statements, I'm not the first person they tried to murder at my home. I thought it was odd this came from a business. Does this rude person own this business or just work here? I took a screenshot when I got that rude comment from Midland Bjj. Like, who is this Midland Bjj trying to cover up the murders at my home, all these crimes, Oh, it's a business. It's a self-defense business. Now, why would a self-defense business in Midland be involved in a capital attempted murders? That's an odd question. Somebody down there needs to be answering that question. And I went on to say I've had many rude remarks, insults, and death threats since being shot with my phone lines cut. This is one that confirms underground access to my home. Here, I'm going to show you here. This was from Lance Eggleston. And Lance writes me and says, remember, we know who you are. We know where you sleep. You have access to your residence at all times. No one will ever believe your story. We will come again. And I said, I don't know who you are. You're a good guy, bad guy, whatever. Lance says, you will be silenced, not if, but when. That's a very clear murder threat. And I said, when are you going to murder me, Lance? The other thing, no one will ever believe your story. My story of people coming from underground. My story of underground homes here. Is that the story? I wonder if Midland Bjj knows Lance Eggleston. This is Buddy Webb.